How do you sell your products every single day online? How do you make daily sales in your business? It is by designing what I call the daily sales strategy. My name is Amaroko Litase, and I'll be showing you today how to make daily sales in your business. So depending on what your sales goals are, you would see how to actually make that happen, how to hit your sales target. Before we get into the training, let me quickly introduce myself so you have an idea of who is taking you on this training. My name is Amaroko Litase. I'm the founder of Maracruz Organics. At Maracruz, we've leveraged the power of technology to sell our hair products online. Currently, we get thousands of users every single month, and we have over 200 distributors globally across countries like Nigeria, France, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Kenya, UK, South Africa, Spain. And how were we able to get these people? We were able to position the Maracruz brand to attract buying customers online, paying distributors, people who pay us up from before we deliver to them. Okay? Every working day at Maracruz, we ship out nothing less 500 products. That's over 100,000 products every single year. So my experience building the Maracruz brand, building our marketing, sales, and distribution system is the reason why I founded the Manufacturers Hub, so that I can help other product-based business owners to actually increase their online sales, to increase the number of products they sell, because I believe that the more sales we make as product-based businesses, the more profits we're able to make. So I'm obsessed with helping our clients and students sell massively online. Now let's get to work. Let's practically see how to design our daily sales strategy. The first thing in your strategy is your sales goal or target. You need to first ask yourself, how many customers do I want to get every day? How many customers do I want to get every day? How many sales do I want to make? So I'll be using this template to work this out. I'm using this template so that it's very easy and simple for me to show you how to practically do this. Of course, there are formulas to it, but a template just makes it easy so I don't lose anybody along the way, especially people that don't love mathematics, right? Okay, so the key things that we need to define here, so just in case you're working it out manually, let me just share with you, is first determine the revenue you want to make for the year, the monthly sales you want to make, the daily sales you want to make, the number of customers you need every day, and the number of leads you need every day. That's the key things that you really need to write down. Okay? So now, let's say that your sales target is making $120,000 in a year. So I'm using $120,000 dollar currency because I'm talking to a global audience. Like, I have people tuning in from different parts of the world. So you need to work out your own in your own currency, depending on what your sales goal is. So this is just a number because everybody's sales goal is different. Like, the level you are in business is not the level that somebody else is. The capacity you have is not the capacity that another business owner has, right? So we've put in this $120,000 here, and it has worked out that we need to meet target of $10,000 monthly target. Now let's put in that it is 30 days in the month. Then it's now telling us that the daily target we need so that we're able to actually make this 10,000 in a month is $333. So now we now need to look at what is the average order amount in my business. Like, you have to ask yourself, what is the average order amount in your business? So average order amount is the average amount that your customers spend with you. Let's say your customer spends $30 on average with you, right? So we put it in here, and then it now tells us that for us to meet this daily target of 333, we need how many customers? 11 customers. Now, we need to understand that with sales, it's not everybody that reached out to you or called you or sent a message or visited your website will end up buying from you. So conversion rate comes into play here. Conversion rate is basically the rate or the percentage of people that buy from you after so number of people have reached out. So let's say that if 4 people chat with you on Instagram or Facebook or WhatsApp, that you end up converting 1 person to a buying customer. So what that means is that 1 out of 4, which is 25%, right? Conversion is that's your conversion rate. So we now put in 25 here, and then automatically now tells us the number of leads we need every day. This business needs 44 people, in fact, we approximate that to 45 because it's 44.4. 45 people to contact them before they can get 11 customers. That's if 25% is their conversion rate. Because if their conversion rate is, say, 40%, what it means is that they need only 27.7, which is 28 leads. And who are leads? Leads are prospects, people who have shown interest in your brand and products. Probably they called you on the phone, they visited your website, or they sent a message, like they've taken that step to indicate interest in what you're selling. Then you now have a conversation with them, or you lead them through the sales process for them to now become buying customers. So you need to determine the number of leads you need in your business every day, so that when you're not hitting your sales target, you can go back to say, how many people actually contacted me? So if, for instance, for this particular scenario, this business did not get 11 customers, they now have to ask, did 27 people contact us? And if they looked and they were able to get 27, like they actually counted and they observed that 27 people contacted it, they will now look at what is our conversion rate. Were we able to get the conversion rate of 40%? So what your conversion rate is, what your revenue amount is, like how much people are spending with you, all these factors actually helps you to hit your daily sales targets. And you need to work out these numbers in your own business so that you'll be able to now position your business to hit these numbers. So you can't say, oh, I want to get 11 customers or 12 customers, as the case may be, or 20, 30, 50 customers, depending on the level you are in your business, and you're not looking at how many prospects do I even need to get to be able to get this number of customers. How much do I need to sell? Like, what is my average order amount? Do I have any offer to put together that these people will buy so that I'm able to hit my revenue target? So we're not just sitting down and hoping that sales will fall on us. Hope is not a strategy. So if you're just hoping that somehow you hit your daily sales target without actually first determining how to work out your numbers and then the strategy to use to actually make that happen, you might just end up waiting for a very long time and you keep on wondering why things are not happening for you in your business. And if you've been in business for a while and you have some numbers to work with, we also have a template here that you can easily use to work out these numbers in your business. So let's say that the number of leads that you have, so you can count the number of leads that you've had maybe in a week or in a month so that you can work out your numbers. So let's say that the number of leads you had was 200 in a particular week, right? And then out of these 200, you were able to get 40 customers. So you can see your conversion rate here is 20%. If you were able to get up to 50 customers, your conversion rate is 25%. So you can see how the number of customers you're able to get from the number of people that reach out to you affects your conversion rate. Like, that is what determines what your conversion rate is, right? Now, on revenue, you now look at how much revenue did I generate from these 40 customers. So let's say you were able to generate $1,000, right? You can now see that your average order amount is $25. What that means is that on average, your customers are spending $25 with you. They're spending $25 in your business. Now, let's take this analysis a step further. Let's say that you've actually run ads to get these 200 leads in your business. So here, you now put in your ad spend. So let's say that you spend $100 to get these 200 people. So automatically it now shows you what your cost per lead. Remember, cost of prospects, cost per lead is. So here you can see that the cost per lead is what? $0.5. And it will also show you what your cost per customer acquisition is. So what is it costing you for one person to buy from you? You can see it here that is $2.5. And remember that you're spending this $2.5 to get one customer to spend $25 in your business. So if you divide that, what it means is that your ROI is 10x. You're able to make 10x return, which basically means that your cost of ads is 10% of your revenue. So you see how beautiful it is to first analyze these things, work out your numbers, and now create the strategy to be sure that you're meeting these numbers. And if you've not been in business for a while or you've not run ads before, don't worry. Like, you can absolutely use projections. I also teach my students like how to project. So you can actually use projection to work out your number. So you can say things like, okay, I've put together an offer and my average order for this offer is $40, right? Of course, whenever I say dollar, just work out your own offer or your own, as in your own figures in your own currency. I'm using dollars, remember, because I'm speaking to a global audience, right? So you determine what your average order should be based on the offer you put together. You now look at, okay, what is the conversion I want when people chat with me? Okay, I want to set a target that I want to convert 1 out of 4 people or 1 out of 3 people. You understand? So you use that projection to work out your own numbers so that you can get started. And then when you now start evaluating your own business numbers so that you see what your own costs are in your business, what your own revenue is, what your own conversion rate is. But this is so critical that you work out these numbers so that you are able to now design a strategy that would help you to meet these sales targets. And if you've been, chatting with a lot of people and you now observe that, oh, I'm moving from a revenue target of this amount to this amount, and the number of people that I'm chatting with is now so overwhelming for me. You can now start looking at, should I build a sales team that would help me to chat with these customers, to help me to convert with these customers and train them? You can also start looking at, should I design a website so that a percentage of these people can buy from the website? So these are some of the things that you can also look at as you're scaling your business. Now let's look at the strategy. Remember, I said work out the numbers first, then we now go deep into strategy. So when you think about online sales or when you think about daily sales, there are different objectives that you need to take note of. There is awareness, where you're creating awareness for your brand and products. There is lead generation, where you're actually generating leads. Remember, I said that you need leads or prospects to now get customers. So there's lead generation. There is the strategy of actually building trust, because when people are contacting you or when people are visiting your page, you want them to be moved to buy from you. So you need to design your trust building activities or your trust building elements into your social media pages or on your website, right? And then there is also the sales strategy. How do you now convert these people from just being prospects or leads to actually being buying customers, right? So now, at the awareness level, what you need to be focused on is content marketing, creating the kind of content that will address your customers' pain points and show them how your product can help them to solve those pain points, or how your product can help them to achieve their desires, because your customers can either be looking to solve a pain point they have or looking to fulfill a desire they have, right? You're designing your brand experience so that when people visit your page, they'll move to buy from you. You're designing your brand experience in a way that when people come into your DM, they feel welcomed, they feel well attended to, and they can now buy from you. When they visit your website, when they call you, the way you designed your brand experience is what will move people to buy from you. And then you're also creating brand visibility. Because if you have very great products, it will not just discover itself. Like, customers cannot just discover your products and brand if your brand is not visible. And for me, the fastest way to get that done, which is what we've done at Maracruz, is by leveraging the power of Facebook and Instagram ads. Currently now, we spend over $3,000 on ads. That's, if you're in Nigeria, that's over 3 million naira on ads. I'm able to spend that much because I want to reach more people, and because I properly understand the strategies to use to make multiple times return on the money that I am spending. So it's not about the ad spend, but about actually creating your ad strategy. Because when I started, I didn't start with spending thousands of dollars. No. I started with $5 to $10 every day. And as I made money, I put it back into my business. I make money, I put it back into my business, till I was able to grow from $300 a month to $500 to $1,000 to $2,000 to $3,000. In fact, now we're on the way to spending up to $5,000. But that's because I've been able to design what I call the profitable ad strategy. That nicely takes us to the second objective on your strategy, which is generating leads. So remember that I said that for you to get your number of customers, depending on the numbers that you worked out, right? You need to constantly generate leads in your business. So I already said that I use Facebook and Instagram ads to do that in my business, and that you need what I call the profitable ad strategy. And what does this entail? It entails understanding the number of sales you want to make, which is like the revenue you want to make in your business, and then using the right objective. Because the objective you use will determine whether people would actually reach out to buy from you, or whether they will just watch your video and like move on. So the objective that you use when you're setting up your ads really matters. It directs people to the action that they need to take, the way you set up your ads, okay? Then content. What content do you use? So remember that the awareness level, we are creating content. So you now look at the best content, and then you now put that into your strategy, because you want to be sure that you're putting your best foot forward. You're putting your best content forward, so that people would actually reach out when they see that content to move them to buy from you. Then audience, you're targeting the right audience, and budget, you're using the right budget as well. So I recommend my students using 5 to 10% of their projected revenue. So putting together this strategy is what will now help you to ensure that you're profitable, because you're working with a particular budget to meet a particular revenue goal, and you're breaking it down in a way that if you do not meet that goal, you can tell where the problem is coming from. It is so powerful. Now, the third thing is building trust. It is a very vital thing when it comes to online sales, because people are skeptical. When they discover your brand for the first time, they're looking at, is this product going to work for me? Will these people run away with my money, right? For me, the fastest way to build trust, which we've done at Maracruz, if you go to the Maracruz page now on Instagram, you will see 500 plus reviews. The fastest way to build trust is by sharing content around what other people are saying about your brand and product, sharing testimonials and reviews. When you want to buy something online, you're going to Google to search and to say, okay, what are these people saying? So if you have a Google page too, you also want your customers to drop reviews for you on Google. You want to publish your reviews on Facebook, Instagram. You're publishing your reviews everywhere that you have your brand presence in, so that when people discover you, they will see what other people are saying about your brand and product. And for people to share this review with you, it also depends on how you've built your brand, because a lot of times people tell me, oh, that customers don't want to share reviews with them. So it's based on how you actually position your brand and build your brand. Because people would share reviews with a brand they want to be associated with. They'll share reviews with brands they want to be associated with. Okay? Then another strategy you can also implement is showing behind the scene, to show that you're a real business owner, like your company is legit. So if you have an address that people know, you can publish this address. If you do not have an address that you want people to come to, maybe you're selling from home, you can show the behind the scene of where you're packing people's orders, or behind the scene of you working, like really showing that the business you're doing is real. Because there are a lot of scammers out there that people want to avoid, but they wouldn't know whether you're going to scam them or not if you're not showing these things. So you need to position your brand and create content that would help to address these objections or concerns that people have around buying your type of products online. And you also can shortlist the objections that people have or concerns they would have when you do what I call an extensive market research. So I also teach my students how to do extensive market research, so that they would be able to see people's pain point, their desires, the objections they have around buying their product, the concerns they have, so that they can write content in a way that will resonate with people and move them to buy. Now, the final part of it is the sales strategy. So you've done a lot of brand awareness, you've generated leads. How do you now move these people to open their wallets and actually give you their money, right? So it's designing your sales process or your sales strategy. So there are different sales strategies you can design. You can design your website sales strategy if you want to sell via your website. So when you're designing your website sales strategy, ensure that you put in key conversion elements that would move people to buy, so that when they land on your website, they go through what you have, they go through your sales page, they'll be moved to actually buy from you. Then if you're having conversations with people, probably you're sending people to your WhatsApp, your Facebook or Instagram DM, then you also have to design your sales process. Design it in a way that you're actually defining how you would handle people's inquiries, how you handle their objections in the DM, and you're also designing your customer experience. Alongside that is designing your customer retention strategy so that you're able to retain your existing customers. You're able to encourage your existing customers to come back to buy from you again and again, and even refer other people to buy from you. So we've gone through awareness, we've gone through generate leads, we've gone through the building trust strategy, we've gone through the sales strategy, right? Now, what are the metrics you have to evaluate as you start implementing these things? There are key metrics that you need to evaluate, because I always love to say that if you're doing something but you're not going back to analyze the data, to analyze what is working and what is not working, you will not be able to improve on it. So as a business owner that is goal-oriented, you need to also use metrics to track your sales performance. So what are the metrics you can track? You can track your revenue, your number of customers, your cost per lead, your cost per customer acquisition, your average order amount, your conversion rate, your response time, because if you're not responding to people at the right time, they might move on to buy from other brands. Your complaint resolution time and rate. So if people are complaining about a specific thing about your product or service, what is the duration of time it takes you to resolve that complaint? What is the rate at which you actually resolve people's complaints? So these things are metrics that you can track when you start implementing your sales strategy. Now, let me now summarize this so that you see the exact steps to follow, because I want you at the end of the day to know the exact things you want to do in your business to make daily sales. So the first thing is to research your market. Remember I said that I teach my students how to research their market so that they will gain a deep understanding into their target audience, into their industry, into what their competitors are doing and the gap that exists in their industry, so that they're able to now do what the second step, which is position their brand and products to be irresistible. Position their brand and products in a way that when people discover them online, they will be moved to buy from them. Okay, then you also need to publish content that resonates. Tell stories that move people to buy from you. Your brand stories, your testimonial stories, your success stories, like stories from people, your customers, your distributors, if you have distributors, if you're a manufacturer. By the way, if you're a manufacturer, you're listening to me, we have a distribution sales strategy that you can actually implement. So you can scroll down this page or reach out to us to ask us for our distribution sales strategy. The strategy that helps you to get distributors that pay upfront before you supply, like the kind of distributors that pay you money before you supply, not the kind of distributors that you have to give credit and they have to owe you, right? So the fourth step is to create stories. Then you design your sales process, you design your customer experience. This is customer experience. Design your customer experience. Because your sales process is there, then the experience people have with your brand and product is also there. There are two distinct things. Then you also create what I call the profitable ad strategy. Remember I said that don't go off to spending money on ads if you do not sit down to design this strategy, so that you're sure that as you're putting $1 in, you're making $5 back, $10 back, $20 back. So typically the ad strategy that I teach my students is how they can make 5x to 20x return on their ad spend. And we have people making over 20x, but we just put it at 5 to 20x return, right? Depending on your offer, the type of product you sell, the price point of your product. There's just a lot of factors that determines your ROI at the end of the day. Then the fourth step is to set up your ads the right way. Using the right objective, using the right target audience, using the right content. And when your ad starts running, you also need to do what? Review your ads. A lot of people just boost posts, and at the end of the day, they're not looking at the data, they're not looking at the numbers, they're not looking at the ads manager dashboard that will not show them how their ads is performing, so that they can tweak the things that are not working and they can scale the ones that are working. In fact, my student used to tell me that there is a very powerful thing I taught them about using one budget and targeting different audiences, using one budget to push a lot of content at the same time, because sometimes you don't know the content that will perform well or the audience that would pay more attention to what you're saying. So you actually test these things out. So I teach them how to use one budget and actually test these things out to see the ones that is performing well, and then they can now scale the ones that are performing well, and the ones that are not performing well, they can tweak it. They can tweak it, improve on it. And if it's eventually, like, they need to pause it and try out different other things, they can also do that. But it is very important that you understand how to analyze these numbers. Then, of course, knowing your metrics and keeping an eye on your business numbers. So this is like a recap of the steps you need to follow to make daily sales in your business. Now, if at this point you're asking yourself, Amara, please, I just need you to guide me on how to get this done in my business. I need to implement these strategies you shared with me. I want to learn more from you. Then you're welcome to join us in the Product Sales Academy. So I'll be walking you through what you get inside the Product Sales Academy, and you can join us today. All right. So the Product Sales Academy is an academy where all we are concerned about is how we can make multiple daily sales in our business. We're looking at how we can scale our online sales so that we can make more profits. So I like to say that to make multiple sales in a day, you need to reach more people every single day. And of course, reaching more people every day does not mean that you now invest money to reach people and then you go and sit back and expect that magically you're going to make sales. No, there are things that you need to do. And when you implement these things, these are the kind of things that you would experience in your business. See, at Marcus, even before we wake up, we've already started getting alerts from people that visit our website to buy, right? On the website, and they can also pay using their card on the website. Like, some do bank transfer, some pay via their card on the website, right? So you can actually wake up to alerts from your customers depending on how your sales system is set up. So for some of my students, they set up their website to make sales. Some of my students set up their sales process in a way that people chat with them, right, to have conversation before they buy. So depending on the sales system that you want to set up, you can actually get that done. So like I said, before you go on to spend money on ads, you need to first do two key things. One is to build your sales system so you will not lose money. Then the second thing is to now create your ad strategy to start running ads that are effective and profitable. See, when my students work out their numbers, see, this person, she shared with me and said, never knew these things with this amount of detail. So when I started running an ad this week and it was so expensive with poor results, I immediately knew to stop it. Like, because she now is empowered, she understands her sales numbers, her business numbers, and she's not able to really scale her business. This is Olagoke of So Fresh. So Fresh is a healthy food company that actually serves the African market, right? So they were able to implement the sales strategy I teach, and they were able to get 400 orders on their online store within 21 days. So depending on what your sales goals are, you can actually use our strategy to hit your sales numbers. So whether you're at the beginner level where you're trying to make your first million, or you're now looking at making your first 1 million in a day target, or 2 million or 3, like, depending on what your sales target is. Of course, you have to set a target that is practical, a target that like defines where you are. You can't maybe be making 500,000 and then you now say, oh, I want to be making 100 million in a month, or you're making $500 and you now say, oh, it's 100,000 in a month I want to make. Like, you need to also be practical as you're working out this strategy, okay? So here, Merchant shared with us, the least I sell is 1.2 million a day to new people. Like, when you come to this page, when you click the button below now, you can get to this page where I am now, and you can read these things for yourself. See, I had a lot of new customers since December when I started. The least I sell is 1.2 million a day to new people. Here, she was sending people to our Telegram channel, and when they get there, they order the products they want, right? Then we also have Mr. A that sent us this WhatsApp message, and he said, I thought to thank you for the course. Ever since I took the Facebook ads course, I've been able to meet my 1M monthly target. So for Merchant, she was able to sell 1.2 million every day to new people. For Mr. A, he was able to meet his first 1 million monthly target. So it all depends on where you are in your business, and you can set practical goals that you need to start working towards. And as you hit that revenue target, what do? You move again and set another target. You can see for Mr. A here, he said the new goal is to make a revenue of 2 million monthly, and I am confident I can achieve that because you've armed me with the know-how. Thank you so much. I can't wait for the structure course. In fact, when our students graduate, they're looking for another course to get to continue learning from us. See what our alumni said here. She said, I would love to be a part of your other training, ma'am. You teach so well. I believe even you going through this free sales strategy, you can already tell that, like, I understand what I am teaching you. It is something that I practically do in my business, something I've done since 2015. I started since 2015. You can calculate like number of years that I've done this. And since 2018, I started teaching product-based business owners how to scale up their sales. So I've experienced it. A lot of my students have experienced it, and altogether, the whole experience is now what I teach other people on how to do the same. So the more I teach it, the more I gather experience from different industries, because we have students across different industries. Let me even quickly show you this, because one of the questions that I get is, would it work for my own industry? Would this sales strategy work for my own industry? So the best way to answer that is to show you some of our clients and students, right, across different industries. There's Olagoke of So Fresh, food industry, Dara of Just Journals, she sells journals, Nelly of Nelly Foods, food, Ebube of Aga's Wholesome, food, Joyce of Oriki Group, skincare, Wumi of DFL Rocks, fashion, Olawumi of Zora Foods, baby food, Miriam of Mo Baby, baby care, Udrak of Woody Foods, food industry, Joy of JB Furniture, furniture. In fact, Joy shared a testimonial with us saying that she's now selling daily. Like, you can imagine selling furniture daily. So if you can sell furniture daily online, what can you not sell daily online, right? Tiniola of Wura Secrets, hair care, Fatima of TFK Farms, agro. Like, we've trained and consulted for different brands across different industries. So far, you're selling physical products and you're ready to scale up your online sales. Just come to Product Sales Academy. Top brands come to Product Sales Academy when they are ready to increase their online sales. People that are doing so well offline, when they're ready to scale up their online sales, they come to Product Sales Academy and they're looking at what training can I get? How can I enroll my people so that they are trained on how to increase our online sales? So if your goal is to increase your online sales, just click on the button below, come to this Product Sales Academy page and read up testimonials upon testimonials from countless product-based business owners that have gotten great results because they passed through our academy. You can see here, Omawumi, she made over 2 million in 2 weeks. If you scroll down, you see when her first alert landed, like she shared with us in our Wins and Celebration channel, right? If you scroll down, you still see other people that have gotten fantastic results, people whose mindset shifted, people who now see a clear roadway to actually hitting their sales goal, people who let go of their fear of running ads because they can now see how to ensure that their ads are profitable, people who conquered their fear of scaling up their business, people who were able to make 10x return, 20x return on their ad spend. And if you're asking yourself, oh, I've gone through so many classes and it didn't work, how sure am I that this will work? See, the truth is, I don't know the class you've gone through, right? I don't know how practical it was, and if you actually learn from someone that has practically done it in their business. And also, I do not also know how you implemented what you learned. But what we can assure you when you come to Product Sales Academy is that we will share the strategies you can use, would analyze it for you to see how you can now design it to adapt it to your own industry. So the question really is, are you ready to do the work? Because our students that learn and actually implement and do the work actually get results. As you can see, like you can see different testimonials from different people across different industries. Now, if you're asking, what do I get access to when I join the academy, right? So when you join the academy, you get access to 2 courses. One is the brand building course that helps you to build your brand for sales. So we cover market research, how to position your brand, how to create content, all these things that I shared with you, how to design your sales process and customer experience, right? Now, the second course you get access to, our Facebook and Instagram ads course. And in the course, you learn how to create a profitable ad strategy, how to set up your ads the right way, how to set up different types of ads depending on the objective you have, whether you want to make sales, whether you want to generate leads, whether you want people to buy from your website, whether you want them to chat with you on WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, whether you want to fill up your Telegram channel or you want to fill up your WhatsApp group to make sales, like depending on what you want to achieve. there is a video lesson that will show you how to get that done. And also you would learn how to analyze your sales numbers, your data, to improve your ads and make more sales. Of course, the template I used earlier, you would also be getting access to it so that you can easily work out your sales numbers. You can easily do your analysis. At Marcus, we do sales analysis every week, so you can use those templates to do your sales analysis to see how your sales is performing week by week, right? Then, in addition to getting access to the course, you actually get access to support. So there are two ways that we give support inside the program. Number one is inside the group. So you get access to 4 weeks support as we go through the brand building course. Then another 4 weeks support as we go through the Facebook and Instagram ads course. So in total, you're getting 8 weeks support from us as you go through the course, so that you can ask us questions, challenges you have implementing. Myself and my support team would be right there answering you. And we also have live sessions where we go live on Zoom to actually answer questions that you have. You can share your strategy with us. We can refine it. You can ask questions around the difficulties you have implementing, and we're able to actually guide you. So you're not just getting the course and we're leaving you stranded. No, we have provision to actually give support and answer your questions, because the goal for us is to ensure that our students are able to make daily sales in their business. So far, you're ready to do the work. We're here to support you. This is how to join us in the Product Sales Academy. So depending on where you're watching this video, if you look down, you can see Join Sales Academy, right? Or probably you're watching the video where there is no button, as in no button below the video, right? So you just need to go to www.themanufacturershub.com/product-sales-academy. The Manufacturers Hub /Product Sales Academy. So if you look at the URL here, see where my cursor is. That's the URL, right? Where you can actually go and enroll. So to enroll, just click on any of the enroll button and it will take you to a payment page where you can pay and join the Product Sales Academy. And immediately after you make payments, you'll be able to access the course instantly. If you make payment via bank transfer, so if you scroll down, you also see our account details for you to make payment. So if you make payment via bank transfer, send us an email so we can enroll you to the course. Now, to now get the support, remember I said we're giving 8 weeks support. To get the support, you need to look at the page to see when the next batch is starting, the next batch of support. So you can start studying the course ahead of time and then join the support for your own batch, depending on when you're watching the video. So you will see the time when the next batch is starting so that you can plan ahead to join the support for your own batch. All right, so the fee, the training fee, our school fees is $125 only. And if you're in Nigeria, that's 100,000. So it gives you access to the full program, everything that I just shared with you now. Now, if you're saying, oh, is there an installment plan? How do I get started? I don't have $125 now, 100,000 now. You can actually get started with our starter plan, where you pay 40,000, which is $50, or the equivalent in your currency. That gives you access to the brand building course and 4 weeks support, right? So when you now complete your payment, which is the difference between the full payment and the starter plan, you will get access to everything. But of course, if you have the full payment, it's better just to pay at once and know that you've sorted that out and you have full access to every single thing that I just shared with you. So depending on your current capacity, you can choose what works for you right now in your business. The most important thing is for you to get started on your journey to making daily sales in your business. And if you have any questions after reading through everything on this page, you can scroll down to where we have frequently asked questions. You can see FAQ. We are constantly loading this up. So you can go through the answers to these questions that people have asked, right? And then if you still have more questions that we did not cover, in this FAQ, you can use the WhatsApp icon here to actually send us a WhatsApp message. And when you send us a WhatsApp message, don't just say hi and keep quiet. Like, actually introduce yourself, your business, and tell us the question that you have so that like we can properly attend to you very well. Okay? So I look forward to enrolling you into the Product Sales Academy. I look forward to helping you to achieve daily sales in your business, to achieve multiple daily sales in your business. You just have to take action. You just have to click the WhatsApp button to send us a WhatsApp message if you want to ask us any questions, or click the enroll now button to enroll to the course and get instant access, and then also get a welcome letter from us that will now show you the program calendar, when we are going to start, how we are going to give you support, and everything you need to know about the program. I look forward to having you in the Product Sales Academy. And if you feel like you're not ready now, you want to join our Scale Up community to just stay connected to us so that you don't forget when you're now ready to join the academy, you can click the button below this video to join our Scale Up community, and you'll be able to be more inspired to join the Sales Academy when you're ready. All right? So the most important thing, I keep saying the most important thing because, see, I don't want you to just listen to this as if you're watching Netflix and at the end of the day, you do not take action. The most important thing is now you have clarity. You can see the strategies you need to implement. So there is no more, I'm not making daily sales. If you're not making daily sales, you need to ask yourself, what strategy am I working with? What have I implemented, right? So the most important thing now is that you've gotten clarity. You've seen the strategies to implement, and then you can now choose how you want to implement these strategies. If you want to work with us to do that, you're joining us in the Product Sales Academy so that we can scale your sales together.